And we are back with another episode of War Selection. Now I'm trying something new, and I'm going to do some. I didn't record this match, but I'm going to do some after commentary of this match. So you see, I'm in the replay, and I am fighting against this guy who's really high in the ranks. But this match made my heart beat so much. And the reason is because this guy had actually beaten me twice before by using this Stone Warrior rush, and he perfected this to a T, because he had managed to get Stone Warriors a massive amount in such a short amount of time. And I would like to see on how exactly he did it so well. And as you can see, I'm right here. The first thing I do is I send my scout out, but I immediately pull him back because I'm thinking, I know this guy's going to Stone Warrior rush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout, as you see my scouts right here, my territory, see what I have. And when I realized that it was just this one area, I knew what I had to do. I immediately pumped everything I had into workers and to age up as fast as possible. Now, as you can see, it's already the 3-minute mark. It's 3 minutes. And he had already got some fight pits up. With around... Let's see. I can't actually see what many units he has. But as you can see, he already has a small army, around 10, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 already up. It's only been 4 minutes. If he attacked me now, he could have already won. So let's skip a little more. And as you see, I've already aged up at the 5-minute mark. Before 5 minutes, I've already aged up. And the first thing he does, this is what I noticed what he does. He immediately attacks all the nearby animals. All of them. All the boars, everything. But what I'm doing is I'm rushing for the wall. I sent all my food workers, almost all of them, to this wall. And as you see, this is what he's doing. He's attacking all the wild animals. I'll be wondering, why did he do that? Well, this is part of his plan, actually. As you see, he's taking his workers to gathering all this meat. So he's quickly building up and gathering this meat. Not worrying about his bushes, too. He's going straight for clearing out all the wild animals he has. Meanwhile, I'm building a wall. So let's go more. And as you see, he goes on to the attack. It's already been 6 minutes. 6 minutes! He already amassed this army. But in that 6 minutes, I've managed to build this wall as fast as possible. And as you see, I was hurting on wood the entire game. It wasn't good. See, he tries to go through here. And keep in mind, I don't know. I don't actually know. This is all I can see right here. This is literally all I can see. I don't know he's here. So we're going to go show my point of view. All I know is this. Well, I mean, all this was blacking out. But as you see, he then starts beating on my walls. He does this for about 2 minutes. I don't really know what to do. I'm just repairing walls. But here's the thing. Stone Warriors can't actually break the gates. So again, I'm going to skip a little more. And as you see, he has a bunch of fight pits ready to go. But as soon as he realized that I built a wall, he stops building the fight pits and starts focusing on production. Keeps doing this for a long time. So eventually he just until he eventually just gives up. We're gonna skip a little bit more. He then starts building up defenses, expecting a counterattack. I don't have a counterattack in mind. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have one counterattack in mind. We're gonna keep going. As you see, he's high on... He actually doesn't have that lot of wood. I guess he spent it all. Here you go. Okay. Slow down. So right here, I had actually made a small army of around 20 swordsmen. There's 19. But he had already aged up into medieval, whereas I had not. So had I attacked... Now, something was stupid of me Here we go. Throughout the entire time, I actually managed to get a tech influence boost, which is helpful. But he had patrols going throughout this entire area, and I hadn't attacked him with these swordsmen. So this entire time, look, he barely has anything. Whereas 19 swordsmen, and I just sit there. Now my plan was to just, as you see, I then go attack Hinao, but my plan was to wait until he starts attacking my wall and then attack with the swordsman as a kind of move. But that plan doesn't work. He sees it and he's just again running around my workers, running around my swordsman, and I can't do anything. He then pulls his troops back, realizing that he's been attacked. And then he immediately just wipes the sword. Had I attacked early, I should have. I didn't, and that was my folly. I probably could have done a lot more damage. But these guys. Now I'm going to stop here for now. These guys were this one worker actually. I don't know which one it was, but one worker was my savior, and I had built a little outpost. I had brought these workers with my swordsman, so. That was good. And I was originally going to build a tower, but I didn't. So again, he builds up this little outpost, as you see what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And I immediately got a bunch of archers. I didn't have an army up. I just had Eastern Europe. I was planning to go Russia, but that didn't work. So again, we're going to skip a little more. And as you can see, he still manages to save his elephant. Now, I don't know what was going on with my archers then, but I managed to save the wall just in time. And he again brings in more elephants. Now, over here, something you didn't see was 2 of the workers had actually been killed by this boar. As you see, there's a dead worker. 2 of the workers had been killed by the boar. Not that bad of a... it was kind of bad. I was really mad about it. But, again, I didn't hold it back. I just kept doing what I was doing with one worker. My plan was to get Light Knights and to attack him right when he least expected. And again, he launches an attack right here. And he does manage to break through my wall. I managed to kill one of his elephants. But I managed to hold him here, and as you can see, I'm frantically building walls here. Try to get him stuck, and it works. It actually does work. I managed to get him stuck in these walls, and he couldn't do anything. But again, he does manage to eventually break through. We'll come back to the outpost later. And as you can see, he wreaks absolute havoc with this one elephant and the elephants that he comes in later. I start spamming militiamen, doing whatever it takes. Meanwhile, he's constantly spamming in more and more troops. I don't know why he didn't send in these elephants. I would have just sent them in. Maybe he was just too excited. I don't know. But I managed to hold him back long enough and rebuild this wall. Again, everything was good. And again, he also sent a bunch of soldiers. Meanwhile, I'd actually attacked him and managed to pull his forces back. See, I sent in Light Knights to start sending constant raids at him. That was my plan. Send constant raids at him to try to hold him back. But here, this is happening at exactly the same time. He's attacking with elephants again, and again he managed to break through, but he doesn't do this much damage. He only breaks like a house or so. And so I decided to rethink my strategy, and I started fortifying this wall with lots and lots of towers. But again, we'll come back to that. And again, I send in raids, and again he sends in another raid. And this time, this one fails a little bit more. He does manage to break through, but I had pikemen and militiamen on standby to act as melee troops, which proved very useful. Meanwhile, at the same time, I immediately send in my Light Knights to break through. And they do distract him long enough for me to not only rebuild my wall, but to also prepare my next strategy. We're going to stop here. This was my strategy, my final strategy. I would build dozens of siege ships because I knew he'd build next to the water. And just bombard him from the coast. Again, this is the final battle. This is essentially the final battle. He starts massing his army, and so do I. And once I realized that I could not survive this attack, I sent in all my siege ships. I immediately, right when he's attacking, he breaks you. Look how much damage. Look how much damage he does to this wall. There is no way I'm going to be able to repair that by the time his reinforcements comes in. But But he didn't notice that I had dozens of siege ships right here, and that was it. I managed to not only survive every single wave he had thrown at me, but also had enough time to get 4 docks up and running, as well as 4 stables, which he didn't see because it was just outside his area of control. My other plan to continue the raids was to just launch. I think, what the heck? Okay, so kind of attacking. Was to launch horse archers at him. Now, something I should have done is probably attacked this. Probably get forces on, and then attacked his little outpost here, which would have bought me more time. But again, I was solely betting on this. So yeah, that was. I don't even know what to call this fight. That was a very close call. I somehow managed to pull a win again out my out my ass. And that was hurting the entire time. I didn't expect to win, but I did. Look at the decimation on this wall too. The strategy actually worked. I'm sorry the fight wasn't as expected, but I really needed to concentrate. Both attacks were happening simultaneously. So I would attack when he attacked me, I attacked him. When I attacked him, he attacked me. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I'll see you all next time.